A heel turn in WWE. Oh, you don't know what a heel turn means? A heel turn means you're turning into a bad boy, you know, from a good boy to a bad boy. When your career is going down and down and down, a heel turn can pretty much twist it the other way around. Look at the Usos. Look at Sami Zayn and look at Dolph. Anyway, in this video I'm going to mention guys who were heels or never were heels, but when they were heels they were great, and if they were not, who knows what's gonna happen. But pretty much they are boring baby faces, and they have nothing to do, or WWE is not doing with them, or they're just cringe on the microphone because they cannot play a face character. And when you look at that guy, you're saying this motherfucker needs to be a bad guy. 7 WWE heel turns that must happen in 2018. John Cena. I'm gonna start with the obvious ones because we all know who two are, and these are not going to happen anyway, so I'm just going to get this out and over with. John Cena needs to turn heel in my opinion because he's not the face of the company anymore. He's not an active wrestler, he's a part-timer at the moment. The perfect comparison is Hulk Hogan turning heel in WCW. It would be so similar because he just carried this company for over 10 years. And since he's not that big of a deal in the WWE, why not turning this guy heel? What's bad? What bad is going to happen? There will be so much potential. Imagine some new group like NWO created by John Cena. That would... whew. Roman Reigns. Either one of these two, either John Cena or Roman Reigns, must turn heel in 2018. Obviously not everybody in the list should, because that would be a lot of heels. Bad boys. Now this is not going to happen, but Roman Reigns will not be accepted by the fans. Never, because the people don't like wrestlers being shoved down our throat. As much as I like Roman Reigns in the ring, as much as I'm okay with his promo skills, with his character, I don't like the booking of it. I don't like the Superman guy. What we need in WWE, a face of the company, is, perfect example, Daniel Bryan, an everyday dude who looks like a troll and is, you know, we can relate to him. He loses the matches. He's not a Superman. Although I gotta say, you know, judging by these muscles, you're thinking like, oh, the great one. You're just acting, you silly great one. Oh, you silly boy. Even you know you can beat everyone. And yes, I know that. But you're not me. You're not me. So what you want is Daniel Bryan or something like that. For right now, I would consider AJ Styles the face of the company, but he's too old. Either way, Roman Reigns' heel turn would bring so much attention to the WWE, so much anticipation, and we would love to see that. We would wait for the next Monday Night Raw and the next one to see where this Roman Reigns heel turn is going to lead us to. Because right now it's just too predictable. We all know he's going to win Universal title. Yeah! Third, fourth coronation of Roman Reigns, and nobody cares about it. Vince McMahon, message to you, my boy. Boy. You see, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. Randy Orton. Oh, one of my favorites of all time. Randy Orton is a bad baby face. Kinda boring. He has no character. He's like, I don't care. His whole character as a baby face, I don't wanna be right here. And as a heel, he's vicious. He's destructive. He betrays people. He doesn't give a single crap, a single shit. And that's what we want. I personally would be okay with 2009 Randy Orton, where he was basically a snake with bald hair, which I don't like. He looks much better with hair. I like Orton with hair, but I'm talking about the character, you know, punting people in the head, pretty much acting like a psycho. I liked it, but my favorite Randy Orton was back in 2003 up to 2007 where he was a legend killer. I think the perfect version of Randy Orton was in 2005 where he was with his father, the legend killer, killing legends and shit. Obviously that would not work in the WWE right now, but they could do something similar where he's a heel, but you don't have to be a psycho. You can just be Randy Orton, but a bad guy doing weird shit. You know? It's not that every day you need to burn houses and shit. You know, it's not really that necessary. You know, Randy boy. man. So just like I've said, as a babyface, he is very, very boring, so he must turn heel in 2018. It's a must happen. Hopefully he will turn on Shane McMahon, and if I call that Jason Jordan. His character is good guy, but at the same time, he's just a whiny, sexy boy, whiny, sexy boy, because I heard his whole push is based on his buttocks, and judging by my butt, I'm the next Universal Champion. Now there's two things you have to appreciate: the forehead and the butt cheeks. They're just as big. It's not possible. Jason needs to turn heel. I hate his promos though. As a babyface, he's so bad. Dad, I want a match. How can you not put me against Samoa Joe? Or I should call you Kurt. Jason. He needs to turn on Kurt Angle, and hopefully they say Kurt Angle is actually not your father. Hopefully. Please, I will never take this Angle seriously. I will never take Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan seriously, knowing that he fucked some girl back in the day and now we have Jason Jordan. It doesn't make any sense. No. He needs to run Kurt Angle, and we have Angle versus Jason Jordan match. And as a wrestler, he is very good. However, his character is just a whiny bitch, so make sure to turn him heel, full-blown heel. Finn Balor. I don't know, Finn Balor. A lot of people say it in a very different way. I personally like to say Finn Balor. As much as I like his in-ring abilities, I kinda find sometimes his character a bit boring. And I'm not talking in a way that WWE may think. I'm talking in a way that WWE books this guy. Especially right now. He comes out every week, faces Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, and that's about it. Life is not fair, I would personally really love to see, I'm very curious to see Finn Balor as a bad guy. How would that work? I honestly imagine his smile, this evil smile. I'm talking like a fangirl, right? But still, his sexy ass, heelish smile. And I see a good heel guy. I would love to see that, honestly. Maybe form a group or something. Maybe just be a heel anyway. That is not a thing that must happen, but I would really consider it because I would think he would be a really good heel, and maybe he would be even more entertaining, you never know. It seems like WWE has no plans for Finn Balor. Hopefully he will have a big role at WrestleMania though, because I kinda feel sad for the guy. He was the first Universal Champion and it just went right here. To my cock. Bobby Roode. Hey Bobby! When Bobby Roode was in NXT, he was a heel. He was that guy who will wear sunglasses and tell into your face that you look fucking awful. He was that type of dude. He was wearing robes and pretty much being the most self-loving bastard in the world, and that's why we loved the guy. He kinda was this character of Randy Orton back in 2005, where I'm in love with myself, I like this kind of characters. And it's obviously a heel gimmick. However, when he came to SmackDown, he became one of the most boring acts on that show. The only thing he has right now is his entrance. That's the only thing he has right now, and he's so boring as a face. I have no idea why they decided to make him a good guy. He needs to be a bad boy. As a face, I can't even see him as a mid-card champion. However, when it comes to a heel turn, I would really consider putting him into a main event spotlight. I would really see him as a main event guy. However, as a face, it's he's boring. He's really boring, huh? No, I'm not even talking about 2018. He needs to turn heel right now. Dean Ambrose. Don't get me wrong, I like Dean Ambrose. He's not the best wrestler, but he has something. He has something that intrigues me. Maybe it's his character, and not exactly his character, but I see potential, and that is the biggest thing I wanna talk about. As a face, he's boring. As a WWE champion, he was terrible. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin pretty much said on his podcast, you suck. You're boring. Appreciate that. When I look at Dean Ambrose, the only thing I see, okay, once this guy will be a heel, this is going to be amazing. He's a psychopath. This will be so great. And how many years it's been? When the Shield broke up? 2014? It's like 3 or 5 years since he's a face, and there's nothing exciting. It's kinda sad seeing Seth Rollins WrestleMania against Triple H, Roman Reigns main eventing WrestleManias, and Dean Ambrose being in 8-man matches, being in pre-show. When Roman Reigns main evented WrestleMania against The Undertaker, when Seth Rollins faced Triple H, Dean Ambrose was in a pre-show against Baron Corbin. He was a leader of the Shield back in the day, you know. Life is weird. It's not fair at all. I'm going to go as far as the next few weeks, Royal Rumbles, whatever. You have BALOR and Samoa Joe versus the Shield. You have the similar situation with Evolution, you know, back in the day. But now, Dean Ambrose with a steel chair to Seth Rollins. That would be so nice. A heel turn for Dean Ambrose, and we have Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania, and Dean Ambrose wins the match, finally getting his real moment and finally just being something. He's so boring and uninteresting right now, and it's hard for me to say because I like the dude. Either way, these are the guys who must turn heel in 2018. Let me know in the comments below what did I missed. Make sure to hit that like button and let me know in the comments below, did you watch the full video? Thank you for your support, really means a lot. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't liked the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you can support me on Patreon, every link is in the description. The great one, peace, love and hugs. It's been a pleasure.